Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray, brought to you proudly by Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, Barton Power Sports, Sportsman's Warehouse, and Best Care Home Services.
Hey, welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on this Saturday, October the 13th, opening day of the fall turkey season in Tennessee. And a great,
yay!
Yeah, and I know there's Ron Wong. You can hear that. One of his favorite words is yay. The other one is where's the food? You know, that's one of Ron's saying. Ron has been on the road. We're not sure if this is really him or not, but he's by phone right now. Are you on Bluetooth or Red Tooth? I can't remember which one of the tooths you're on, you know.
Yes, it is Bluetooth.
Okay.
And I am on my way into the studio.
Okay, well, he's trying to get here because
in the morning.
he wants to hear from this next guy because if anybody knows what's going on at BASS, it's our good friend Dave Precht. He is the VP for Editorial and Communications, and we're going to talk a little bit about what's new for 2019 and the Elite Series. Good morning, Dave.
Well, good morning, Larry. And Ron, how are y'all?
We're doing great.
We're doing great.
I can't wait to see Ron because they say he's aged a lot since his last birthday here the other day. So, let's talk a little, Dave, because changes. Ron has talked, and we've talked with some Mark Menendez right before you. We're going to talk to Keith Combs right after you on today's show. Both of those guys are part of the Elite Series for next year. So change is hard for some of us, but change is necessary for some of us. So tell our listeners a little bit about what's going to happen 2019 in the Elite Series.
Yeah, that's a good philosophy, Larry. Change is difficult, and especially as you get older,
yes,
as I am, and older as BASS is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Bass is 50 years old this year. You know, we've been celebrating our anniversary, and you know, sometimes any organization might get a little bit complacent and get comfortable in how you do things, and then along comes something to shake up the turn over the apple cart, so to speak, and so that's kind of what happened here. But it is good. We have taken a new look at the entire organization, but especially at the Bassmaster Elite Series, and we've got just, I think, a great program coming up, and mainly because of wonderful anglers like Mark Menendez and Keith Combs and Steve Kennedy and so many other guys who said that loyalty is important to them, and they wanted to stay with the Elite Series where their careers were built.
Well, I know Mark was talking about that. So the way I understand it from the press release that all of us got, based on about 80 anglers next year, down from 110 last year. So talk about the lore of the number-wise.
Yep. You know, it's kind of been something that we've had in our mind for a long time. For a variety of reasons, we thought the best number at that time was about 100 to 110 anglers. That's what the Elite Series has been since it was started in 2006.
Yeah.
But now we have an opportunity to lower the field size to between 70 and 80. That's our target.
Okay.
We're about there, and we have invitations out, and we're waiting on final answers now, and should know that this weekend. But anyway, we look to have about 70, low 70s. This number allows us to provide excellent coverage and promotion for every one of the anglers. And also, they are dividing up a bigger prize, fewer ways, so they're happy.
And, of course, the way I understand it here, and I know that you have a better chance to get to the Classic. I mean, there's less anglers. You've got in there 3 no-entry fee events, and that's
each paying $1 million.
Each paying $1 million, and you've also made it so everybody's going to get a check. That's
right. Yes, we thought that would be a great help. You know, the profession of
it's not cheap.
Bass fishing can be challenged.
Yes, it can. Yes,
and you know, you gotta cash a check to get home sometimes, and not everybody has extremely lucrative sponsorship contracts yet.
That's right.
We're hoping to help all of them get really good sponsorship support in the coming years. But we just thought that, you know, making sure that they at least get something or some of their entry fee back will help. So as a result, the net investment in this fishing in the 2019 Elite Series is going to be about 19,500. And each angler, if you average it out, each angler has an opportunity to win just about $100,000 on average throughout all the tournaments. So that's not too bad a return.
That's not too bad. That's not too bad. And not only that, Dave, and then we'll talk to Dave Precht. He is the VP for Editorial and Communications for our good friends at BASS. I don't think a lot of people realize, maybe at my age, I do because been in this heathenistic profession for a long time, 50-something years, 52 exact to be in Memphis here. But you've also... I
started in my teens, too.
Yes, we did. You and I together right there. You know, and my belt was smaller, it seems like. But the social side of this, I really like this, and it's way down at the bottom. Things kind of jump out at me that we're going to get more live show on Bassmaster.com. I mean, I like the idea of spreading these things out. Talk about that from the media side and expressing BASS and open the door to maybe more people to be interested in bass fishing. Talk about that, Dave.
Yeah. Well, we are going to expand live, and we didn't do this lightly because when we introduced live, Bassmaster Live in 2015, the gross national product of the United States went down because so many people were watching it at work.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So now we're going to add Thursdays to the mix and more cameras. And, it's going to be, people are going to love it. We'll have our final days will be with 10 anglers. It used to be 12 on Championship Sunday. So we're going to cut that. The semifinal day is the top 20. And even on the semifinal day, we're going to have cameras in all 20 boats, and these will be streaming live.
Yeah, that's great.
Most of them will be, or at least half of them will be the high-definition ESPN cameras that can also stream live. So it's going to be a lot of on-the-water coverage, and people will enjoy staying glued to their computer screens.
Well, talk, Dave. I'm not going to age you now, but you've been with this organization for how long?
40 years. 40 years next February.
Okay. Well, think about where you were and where you are now. When you came on as that little kid back in those days? And walk us through, what do you see as the most notable changes, and how is the perception now of BASS?
We are, of course, better known. The brand is known worldwide.
Yes.
So much more than we were back in 1979 when I started. You know, there was Bassmaster Magazine and maybe one or two other magazines that at the time were covering bass fishing.
Yes.
There were a number of newspaper writers.
Yes.
Every major city in the country had a full-time newspaper writer. In fact, that's how I started out in Houston, Texas, way back when. And then, of course, radio shows.
That's how Henry Reynolds started. The legendary Henry Reynolds was on that plane trying to decide where were we going here. You know, I mean, those days were amazing. When Henry passed the baton to me, I said, Henry, I hope they know where they're going. And I see right now you guys have always known where you're going. And I think that's a key to your success. And so continue on.
We just haven't always told everybody else where we're going.
No, that's true. A lot of people have told me where to go, but I don't know what they mean by that sometimes, you know. But
you know what, guys? There's one thing that has not changed over the years.
What's that?
BASS, and I have been a member of BASS since the late 70s.
One of those 500,000.
Yeah. One of the things that hasn't changed and will never change are two publications that affords the very best information on how to catch a bass.
Yeah.
That's Bassmaster Magazine and Bass Times Magazine.
Yes,
magazine. And I have to tell you, Dave, you guys do a wonderful job with that, but that's not going to change, and you got to be happy about that. Yeah.
He's just saying that because his buddy Brian Brasher is editor of Bass Times.
Well, Dave, you're my buddy too.
Well, also,
no, seriously,
Brasher followed me at the paper, bless his heart, and he had more sense than most of us, and he left. So some of us are still around, but yeah, I still like a magazine in my hand to read. I'm sorry, I know I'm old, but and I like a story. And I don't like, how to and all those things are great. As the editor of the Mid-South Hunting and Fishing News, which I will be now going in my third year, which I never thought anybody would be nuts at my age to try that. But I have learned that people still like to read things that are interesting, and there's great stories. And you can go to the BSS website. There's great articles about all these guys. But I was really surprised that readership, 4.4 million for the magazine. And then you look at
people. It's such a big number that people think we make it up, but
you don't.
You can can check it out. Media Research Institute rates all the major magazines in the world, People and Time and Bassmaster, and that's what they said, that 4.4 million is our readership, which means everybody who buys who has a membership in Bass is sharing it around. We need to stop that and let them everybody buy their own membership.
Oh, I don't know. I read them in my doctor's office all the time. So I know those. I know those kind of things. But so as you look at this. And I want to salute somebody right here. I know you may not want me to, but Jamie Day Matthews, I'm going to miss her. She did a great job for you guys. I wish her nothing but success in her new endeavor. I am glad for her. But you guys are the best there is at following through on helping me get interviews, helping Ron get interviews. And if any organization, there's a lot of them out there, folks. But when you want to get information from BASS, they got people that will get you in touch with folks. And I know
absolutely.
Ron will mean that. We have had people on this show over the 17 and a half years that people said you couldn't get them on. Ron's got them on. You've got them on. Jamie Day did before that. So I just wanted to take time on this show today, Dave, to thank you guys for being part of the Outdoors with Larry Ray family. Thank you.
Well, I second everything you said about Jamie Day, and she's got a great job, and she's about to get married.
Yes, she is. Yeah,
it's kind of hard to be on the road as much as she was the last 2 years, but she is sorely missed. But thank you for saying that.
And be sure and tell Brasher we kid around a lot, but he's we love him back here. He's a great addition to your family, and I know he loves what he's doing. And so
yes, he is.
Tell him thanks.
We have
for
a great
us.
team, but thank you.
You have a great team. Dave, thank you, buddy. Have a great Saturday, and we'll stay in touch. And anything we can do up here in Memphis, let us know, okay?
Well, thank you, and thanks for having me on. Y'all have a great, great day.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Dave.
All
right.
Dave Precht. All right. Ron, before we close this segment, any thoughts on what Dave had to say?
Well, a couple of things. One is that, I think CAS is the premier organization in growing professional anglers in their careers. There's nobody that does it better. And it's just going to continually get better and better. And, as much as I hate to say it, sometimes change is good.
Oh, yeah, really? Yeah. Me and you are hard to do that and everything. But all right, let's take a break. Yeah. Ron Wong is on with us. Shelby McCall, who will celebrate her birthday on Sunday, is with us also. We'll be right back. Close out the show with another one of our favorite guys, and that's pro bass angler Keith Combs on Outdoors with Larry Ray.